but we are getting the damage in now. No more wet noodling. Our poor tank is just getting bullied. Yeah, he's just getting charged to death. I'm going to Icebound Fortitude here and hope for the best. Let's see. I'm looking for the one that has no horns. The one that is not horny. All of these other ones seem to be horny, but this one was not. This one isn't horny at all. Hi, hello, and welcome. I'm definitely not Sam, and you're watching me play some Unholy DK in Midnight Season 1. In fact, you're watching me push for title. Since the last episode, we have gotten quite a bit of gear, as you can see from my item level alone. We've done a few streams, and if you didn't know, I do stream on Twitch. You can join me there for some keys. But yes, on the stream, we did a bunch of Pit of Saren runs and a bunch of Magister's Terrace runs, to the point where we actually managed to get just about everything we wanted. Let me just switch to dungeons and show you. Yeah, as you can see, quite a few rolls have been spent in these two dungeons. I even did a cheeky little roll in Mizara Caverns. I was hoping to maybe get lucky and just get the weapon, but I ended up getting the shoulders. The shoulders aren't bad. Haste and Mastery is not a bad thing, but I think people prefer this shoulder plates of Frozen Blood from Pit of Saren. If I end up needing them just because the Sims tell me to do so, I will head over to Pit of Saren and secure these shoulders. But for now, since I already had Myth Shoulders from sending a roll in Mizara Caverns, I may as well just keep that. I also got extremely lucky and got a Light Company Guidon as well as some other BIS items. Let me show you. I'm going to switch to Unholy, Loot Spec, Unholy. And bonus roll, come on. Yes! 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 We get the fucking Guidon, dude. Let's go! Pee-pee very hard. Oh! Blinky is Blink. Oh shit, I'm feared. Never mind, I'm a fucking DK, brother. It's Blinky. Hi, Blinky. How you doing? Blinky's collar, dude. No fucking shot. Let's go. We have a shirt now, too. Dude, we decked out on this guy. What the hell? That's best in slot if you didn't know. But now as far as dungeons are concerned, I really only need these gloves. I could use this trinket. I wouldn't say no to this trinket, but I really only want the gloves because eventually I'm going to get myself a Gaze of the All-Seer. Next week when I roll for it, I have a 50-50 chance of getting it. The reason it's 50-50, even though there's 3 items here, is because I'm going to loot spec blood, and then when I roll, I can either get the boots that I don't want or the Gaze, which would be best in slot. I currently have 160 myth crests, but I'm holding off on using them for crafting. Now, I don't have any embellishments, and one of the options that you have as Unholy DK is to craft the Loa Worshipper's Band, which is an embellished ring, as well as a necklace, which would then further empower it by adding an embellishment that makes your jewel crafting and embellishments more powerful. This is a good option for Unholy, especially if you mostly play M+, because there's not that many good options for you for necklaces outside of crafting one. However, from Sporefall, I may just get the Rotmeyer's Spore Heart, which would be the absolute best in slot thing that I could get. When you do it on Heroic, it drops 285 item level, which is the same as a crafted necklace, and I think that would be amazing, because of the heavy mastery that it would give us. We have fully stacked the vault with Heroic raid runs, so we are going to have a chance of getting the Rotmeyer's Spore Heart from the vault. We also have a chance of getting the Gaze of the All-Seer. Now, if it comes down to a choice between the Gaze and the necklace, I'm going to pick the necklace because it would take me more bonus rolls to get the necklace from all these items than it would to just get this piece being the Gaze of the All-Seer. Now, if I do get the necklace, instead of crafting the ring and necklace combination, I'm instead going to craft a cloak and a bracer with the Arcana Weave Insight embellishment. All of this to say that quite a few improvements in our gear are going to have to wait until next week when we see what we get in the vault and or from the raid bosses that we kill. And now that the gear update is out of the way, we're going to host this Seat of the Triumvirate 14 and see if we can't get ourselves some raiding. I'm also going to try and link my mains Raider IO here just so I have an easier time getting invited or hosting keys. This isn't a 0 to hero character, this is a title push character, so I'm going to take any advantage that I can and put it to use.
One eternity later.
Okay, so the whole hosting a group's not really working out. I got some kind of weirdo here that joined me for a while, and then he's like, oh, dead game. Meanwhile, it's literally 5 months into a season and we're doing 14 keys. Ain't nobody going to be joining that. So I am going to queue up for some dungeons and hope for the best. We're going to look for some 12s. People can see that I've done 12s and maybe they invite me with my item level. Oh, hey, there's a seat. Why not? Okay, it caught me off guard. We didn't even all say that we were ready. We just kind of started. So that was interesting. Tank is eating his food. Okay. Okay, he doesn't have aggro. I'm gonna shadow meld. I'm going to use a potion here. Off to a great start. Cool. Single pull. I'm gonna bongo. I'm gonna send my D&Ds here. Going to anti-magic shell. I should not have used anti-magic shell. I should have used it before this is what I'm trying to say. Okay, that caught me off guard. I was not ready to start this key. They just kind of slammed the key in there and sent it. Dude, shit keys late into the season. It's some of the best stuff. All right, we're having our tank almost die because he doesn't know that these mobs charge him and almost kill him. He has bubbled to save his life. Okay. Oh, again, I mess up this. My bad. I was busy laughing. We're going to hit the Conjurer with a kick here. And I think we're okay to send our 45s into this. We're going to drop D&D. I've been told not to send D&D if it's less than 3 targets. So I'm going to try and remember that for when we're fighting like single target boss fights and stuff like that. I again failed to use my defensive here at an appropriate time, but we seem to be okay. I'm going to anti-magic shell this time though, because the leech thing was going on me and I didn't want it to go off. Okay. A little bit messy, but we're getting there. Pull by pull. Another one of these. I'm going to try and finish this guy off. I really need to death strike or something just to try and save myself here. Okay. I have a full set of cooldowns already. I'm going to try and send those and send that D&D on top of this. I'm just going to prio this guy down. There's not enough targets for me to use my AoE. I'm going to make sure I keep sending those putrefies as I get CDR for them. And we are good. Holy shit. Okay, I'm so flustered. I apologize. I'm not playing my best right now, but I am trying my best. We managed to AMS one of those chains at least. Other people are using other means to get out of those. Beautiful. And we're just about done with the subjugator, and then the tank can drag this guy into next and get charged. Okay, cool. And he may get charged a second time here. He will. 3 charges are on the tank. He has no bubble this time around, and we're gonna just hope for the best here. All right, we have our D&Ds down. I can't even use my Icebound Fortitude right now. I didn't have AMS to use it for this. A little clumsy here. I'm worried about the routing for the rest of this run, but we're going to see how it works out. It is a 12, so it's a learning shit key at this point of the season. Our healer is saying mana, understandably so, because we're having a hard time really dealing with this. I had AMS, I thought I didn't, so I used Icebound Fortitude only. I don't know. Our damage, okay, or our Boomkin friend really is really struggling to do any kind of damage here. I'm a little bit worried about it. I'm dipping a little bit low. I think it's because our friend, the healer, is just running out of mana. I'm going to use a anti-magic shell here. I have to make sure to use it. This guy dies, and now the tank is going to hopefully wait for mana. Hopefully, we'll see. Okay, healer is sitting down and drinking. Let's see, does the tank want to pull any trash into boss? I do not know. We will find out. Let's give it a shot. We've got all our cooldowns ready, so we can pop off right when we start this fight. And here we go. We seem to be ready to get started. I'll get my Festering Scythe up, and then we can send all of our cooldowns, because we know we're going to have all of that ready. I just D&D'd once. I should not have D&D'd at all. That's my bad. Trying to make sure I get those necrotic coils in. Slam those putrefies as often as I get them. Very nice. Again, I've been told that I'm not supposed to D&D in single target because it's not worth it, but we're going to see if that's the case or not. I think our monk is going to try and paralysis one of those. I'm just going to switch to these. I'm going to switch to these, and hopefully this guy doesn't Goomba stomp it with that circle. He seems to be a little bit lost, not just on how to do damage, but also on how to not wipe the group. All right, we managed to get it away with a death grip. That's good. We have a dark transformation coming through. We're going to go ahead and use that. I'm on my horsey, so I don't get knocked back. Let's get Festering Scythe back up. I really need to set up something that's going to make a noise when I lose the Festering Scythe buff to prompt me to reapply it. We're heading over there. That's fine. I'm not sure if we're going to pull anything. We're not. Okay. Null Palm goes down. We try not to stand in that. Tank doesn't get the memo. Decides to stand in it anyway. That's okay. Oozing Slam's coming through. I'm going to anti-magic shell myself here so I don't get that dot at all. And now we have 2 more of these. I'm going to drop a D&D on them just to slow them down because I can't really reach them right now. Pull-in is happening in 14 seconds. I'm going to drag this all the way over here so we get really nice and far away from all of those. Okay, I'm going to send all of my cooldowns here and drop another D&D right on top of them. I guess I just have to kill them. I'm going to grip this and stun it so it can't reach the boss. There we go. They've been taken care of. We could have kited them a little bit more to get more boss damage, but it's fine. We'll make this work too. I can send a Soul Reaper with a Putrefy and I'm no longer able to extend that dark transformation. Okay, so instead of doing a 14, we're doing a 12, and our healer just got hit by that. I'm going to go ahead and CR him. We managed to get the CR in. Paralysis has been reapplied to that one guy in the background. I'm going to drop a D&D over there. I'm going to switch to them and send my dark transformation and just try to do as much damage as I can possibly do to these guys. That's all I can really do. I'm really worried that we're not going to kill the boss in time if I stay on boss. Maybe I should have stayed boss. Everyone else is staying boss. I guess I'm the only idiot now that's just DPSing these guys. I'm slowing this down. I'm going to blind them too to stop them from moving for a little while. And I should have just stayed on boss. I should have just stayed on boss. Let's go boss. There we go. My bad. Maybe should have stayed boss. There we go. I'll apologize. I should not have switched over to the mobs. Well, our tank doing healer damage and our Boopkin doing tank damage in single target is not really helping our cause, but we'll make it work. It's only a 12. I like how my standards have just become worse and worse and worse as the season goes on. All right, let's see if the tank gets charged by those champions over there. Are we pulling the big guy? I really hope we're pulling the big guy. I'm gonna taunt the fucking big guy in. I can't just sit here and wait. And we can drop down a D&D or two over here. We're gonna grip this in because I don't expect anyone to kick in this group, and we are just popping off here because we sent all of our cooldowns, of course, as you should in a pull of this size. It was a little slow to be put together, and I wasn't sure whether the tank was actually going to pull that or not. I sent a little taunty taunt over there. You know, what's a D&V video without me pulling for the tank, right? In a shit key. We managed to get a kill before the rift essences go out. I'm going to send my 45-second cooldowns here, because we want to keep those cooldowns in sync, the minute and a half and the 45. I don't care that I'm not doing anything with this. It really doesn't bother me. What does bother me is that the tank is just running instead of mounting or using... Oh, brother. He got stuck on something. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. I don't mean to nitpick. He may be getting charged here. I would prefer it if he didn't. He does not. Very good. I'm going to drop a... Actually, no, I'm not going to drop a D&D here. I'm going to look to refresh my buff from the Festering Scythe when I get my cooldowns ready. And then we're going to pop off on the DPS meters yet again. Shit, man, even without cooldowns, I'm already at the top, which is never a good thing to see, because outside of cooldowns, I do wet noodle damage, but we are getting the damage in now. No more wet noodling. Our poor tank is just getting bullied. Yeah, he's just getting charged to death. I'm going to Icebound Fortitude here and hope for the best. The healer's not here, so I'm just going to die. Yeah, we have a few too many people that are a bit too new at the thing. I'm gonna release here. I think I was getting CR'd for some reason. We managed to kill that. I don't know what to do to help this this tank. He bubbles very good. I don't think he knows what the mobs do. Sending my 45s here, trying to get some runes. I'm gonna send this. He gets double charged again because he's not backing up against anything. And I think that would be the mob's dead. Okay. It's pretty rough, man. It's pretty rough to play a paladin when you're also just new to the dungeons. Protection Paladin's not in the best of states right now on live, so yeah. I hear they're getting some decent buffs though in the upcoming patch. Like they're getting some much needed talent tree changes and buffs and whatnot, so I'm looking forward to that. It would be really cool if we could pull more than this, just these two mobs. Okay, perfect. My cooldowns are coming up. I'm going to put a focus up on this. I'm going to send absolutely everything now. Absolutely everything. And the kitchen sink. Chains is coming out, so we're going to use an anti-magic shell, get a little bit better at that. Our DK is over there just dying. Our healer's doing all sorts of things, but not spinning, and I'm a little bit confused about that. There's more than enough targets to just spin here. Are they trying to do some cringe-ass caster build, or do they just not know what they're supposed to do? Either way, that works out. We killed the subjugator. This should be easy. Our group host is just AFK, it seems. That is unfortunate. I would much prefer it if they came back and played, but my hopes are not high for this key, if I'm going to be honest with you. My hopes are not very high for this key. I'm not expecting miracles here, if I'm going to be honest with you. But we're ready to finish up this pull, and I'm kind of the only person doing any sort of damage. I don't know what's missing from the Boomkin. I don't know. I guess life is missing from the Death Knight. That kind of makes sense, though. That's just how that works. Can we go next, or are we waiting for the guy that's clearly AFK? Oh, we were casting a res. And just go next, please. They don't do damage anyway. Please just go next. Oh, he's offline. All right. I'm going to grip this in, then I'm going to give it a little kick when I can. There we go. Let's set up Festering Scythe. And boom. There we go. There's our cooldowns. I'm going to prio damage here. Even though I could be using this, I'm going to prio damage as best I can. We get another kick in on the Conjurer. Avoid the swirlies here. Our DK is back. He ran in. Almost died. I think he took a CR. I'm not 100% sure. No, he didn't. We still have a CR available. But actually, we were supposed to have 2 CRs at this point, I think. So maybe he did take a CR because he showed up with like no health, which is confusing to me. I don't know. I don't really care at this point. I think this is a very much a shit show, but we'll see how it works out by the end of it. I'm willing to stay just because, I don't know. It's kind of fun. And bada boom, we take care of another pull. Okay, the DK joined in late and did a good chunk of damage, so I'm kind of happy with that. Let's see what we do next. I think the Paladin's going to go around this way or down the middle. We don't know for sure. With the route that I'm seeing right now, I wouldn't be surprised if we went here. Okay, he wants another Subjugator, and he probably wants that War Adept. I don't know how big of a fan I am about the War Adept pull because our tank has been struggling to take care of that, but we have Anti-Magic Shell here to avoid taking too much damage from this. It's okay. Grip and kick and healing potion. Sorry, I panicked there for a second. I'm going to now send all of my cooldowns into this. Tank is about to get void bashed across the room here again. I'm doing prio damage instead of just pure AoE here because I'm just scared to do anything else. The healer is running on top of me. I'm going to Death Strike and get back to prio damage, I guess. I don't know. I'm so scared, dude. What I can do is damage, so I'm going to focus on dealing some damage right now. I'm about to send my 45-second cooldowns here. We're moving quite a lot here. I don't really know why. I'm going to grip this guy in now. I don't know why the tank is running over to those. It's okay. We'll just put him in the backpack along with the rest of the DPS and maybe the healer too, and we'll try to carry. I am doing a decent chunk of damage. I'm doing some pretty good DPS. It looks like the tank wants to pull those mobs. Hopefully he doesn't pull it too far. I'm going to grip this in as best I can. Grip it again. Put a focus on it. Kick it when I can. And we're just about ready to send all of our cooldowns into this. I'm going to use an anti-magic shell here. I'm going to blind this. And we're going to try and, again, target the Rift Warden because he does the most damage. Let's drop those D&Ds. I forgot about that a little bit. We'll get some CDR now. Maybe I subconsciously knew that the tank would move a lot, so D&Ds might not get much value. But I think he's moving mostly because of no, he's not getting bashed now. He's just moving because, I don't know, he feels like it. I couldn't tell you. We're going to grip this back in. I couldn't reach it with my kick, so I just gripped it. And I know I can use Epidemic here because it's 3 stacked targets, but I really want to kill this Rift Warden before it kills us. So I am doing that instead. Reapply the Scythe buff, and we're going to send our 45s here. I'm single targeting, so I'm not sending any more Death and Decay here. I really don't know why the tank keeps moving, but it doesn't make a difference to me, I guess. It's about to get launched. A little bit of a launching there. Okay. All right, well, I'm going to send drums here, and I can kick this, the Shade Wing every single time, so I don't care. I'm going to reapply Scythe, spend some of my runic power so I don't overcap, and we're going to send all of our cooldowns now. All of our cooldowns are going to be sent. I do not care if I'm standing in melee or not. I can't reach that one right now. There's a lot of orbs over there. I'm going to anti-magic shell and just yoink those two so I don't have to worry about whether the tank is actually going to do it or not. And we're going to go in. Overload is going out. The healer has a dot on him for the bleed thing, but he seems to be able to heal himself through it. That is wonderful. We spend one too many scythes here, or festering strikes, but it's whatever. I don't think I need to use anything because there's no other damage happening other than the bleed, so the healer can handle that. And we're waiting for a dark transformation so we can send these putrefies. I don't really need to be in melee right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and take care of these. Our DK is just not doing shit. I'm going to ping the fuck out of these so that we actually take care of those. Tank does so. Very good. And 45 seconds go out. Very good. Try and get more D&D value for my Putrefy CDR. We get the kick in for Shade Wing. I managed to get a Scythe right as the circles are coming up. Okay. You go here. Jesus Christ. This guy doesn't even know the mechanics. It's kind of embarrassing. I'm just going to take that with my anti-magic shell. I'll take this with my anti-magic shell as well, so we don't have any of the orbs exploding, because that would probably wipe us. All right, we have everything ready for cooldowns now. I had to wait a little bit with the Army of the Dead because I messed up and I used my stuff wrong. but we have a very good damage profile as Unholy for this fight, so I am pretty optimistic that we're going to do some serious business damage here with our cooldowns running. I'm going to again move away. Our other DK still does not understand how this works. Not as healthy as I'd like to be, but the healer finally catches up, and we're looking at 13 minutes for the rest of the dungeon. If people start playing seriously, we might be able to do it, but I'm questioning their seriousness from the beginning of the dungeon. So let's see how it works out. Okay, I'm trying to not stand on top of these. Luckily, I'm a DK or an Unholy DK, so I don't really have to be in melee. I'll take care of these 3 orbs. We're going to go ahead and interrupt the Shade Wing. And that should be the mob's dead, right? That should be the mob's dead. I really hope we kill this now and the dot goes away. There we go. The dot does go away and we are safe. I am curious to see what the tank is going to pull next. The tank is he sat down to eat. Please just go. We do not have time to spare. Please go. Okie dokie. I have all of my cooldowns available here. We should be able to do some serious business damage. And we can do good prio damage as Unholy. So I think we're going to kill this Void Infused Destroyer pretty dang quick. We are dragging to go next. I really hope. It really isn't that complicated, dude. It really isn't that complicated. Our tank needs to bubble. He bubbles. Very good. These guys get their casts off. Void Cleaves coming through right on top of all of us. We live, I think. These are about to do a bunch of damage to us, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to kick this. I could set 45s here. I don't think I should wait 30 seconds to get the rest of it in. Oh, man, I'm really scared. I'm going to Icebound Fortitude here. I'm going to kick one of these casters. The other one gets the buff off. We have no way to purge that unless we have Blood Elves in the group. I'm going to kick that now and make sure that it groups up. Get our Festering Scythe back up. This is a toughie, man. This is really tough. I don't know what to do about this. I'm holding my cooldowns because we're going to have to pull double Void Infused Destroyer. I have a feeling that the tank is going to pull the third one in here as well. We'll see. I think he's waiting for the patrol to turn around and go away. Okay, we're going. We're going to fight right here for some reason. No, he's... Okay, we're fighting right here, so we have less space. Very good. Perfect. I'm going to try and get away from this. I'm going to try and nuke one of these down. Oh, God. Okay, frontal goes this way, tank falls down. People don't follow into the frontal, that's good. We're line of sighting everyone right now. I'm going to try and get my Festering Scythe back up. Bit of a shit show, but then again, this entire dungeon has been a shit show, so I don't know why I'm surprised. I don't have Icebound Fortitude here. I'm just going to have to kind of maybe use a potion. We'll see. It looks like I'm getting healed enough to where I don't have to use a potion. We should be fine. And I have 45-second cooldowns coming in. All right, on single target, I'm not going to drop those D&Ds. I'm going to focus on spending runes on that Scourge Strike. And we have some friends coming in. Okay, I'm going to mark one of them with Skull. This needs to die. Okay. I marked one of them with Skull. I'm going to focus the... Not with Skull, sorry, with my focus. So I kicked that one. Hopefully somebody kicks the other one. I'm trying to focus down the bound Void Callers, because those guys, they hurt like a mother trucker. They basically pulse AoE constantly. Unsurprisingly, our druid got caught by a orb. It looks like our paladin friend here might be in trouble as well. This is looking pretty rough. I'm going to send all my cooldowns, use a potion, try to keep myself alive, but I don't know if I can do it. Yeah, I shouldn't have sent. This guy asked for a CR. At this point, I'm ready to vote abandon this dungeon. There's 6 minutes left. We have 14 deaths. We have 2 people doing tank DPS. I don't think this is really all that doable. I know that this is somebody's key and they worked hard to push it up, but maybe they should just kind of chill for a bit, try to learn what the dungeons do, what the trash mobs do, what the bosses do, what their buttons do, how to turn on a monitor, check if their keyboards are plugged in, so on and so forth. We're going to, I don't know, join somebody else's key just to get some kind of rating this episode. That was brutal, dude. That was brutal. And here we are in a +12 Nexus point. This will also give us a good chunk of rating, so hopefully we were able to finish this one. The group does seem like higher rated characters than the last group, so we'll see how that works out. Let's see if the tank wants to pull this first room or if he wants to pull down to the left. He's kind of waiting here. Okay, he's pulling the first room. Okay, I'm just going to put a focus on this and get my Festering Scythe up and send absolutely everything. We have Lust up, dropping the D&Ds. We're going to use Graveyard here. There's no reason for me to bother with prioritizing damage, particularly in one of these mobs. We do have a little bit of aggro issues here. No aggro issue. We do manage to kill that before I get aggro on it. We are popping off right now, guys. This is pretty good for the Vladster. A pretty good pull for the Vladster. Tank is grabbing those last two mobs. Please don't tell me we're about to fight just those two mobs. That would really, really suck. Are we fighting just those two mobs? I don't know. I can't really tell. Okay, I'm going to move on and let those guys catch up to us. Running along with the tank here. I'm going to go ahead and move our Dread Plague here. We're going to send our 45s here, because I feel like I should. Okay, our tank is taking things very slow and steady here. I'm just going to grip these guys in so that we can actually start DPSing them. I had my 45s rolling, so I wanted to make sure that I have some value out of them. Tank is definitely taking things on the safer side. Well, better safe than sorry, I always say. Although fighting 3 mobs and then 2 mobs and then 4 mobs and then 2 mobs is not exactly great. Okay, we're chaining here. I'm going for a kick here if we can. I'm going to grip it in. I have this slow on me, but I don't really care. I almost have my cooldowns ready. I'm going to get my Festering Scythe back up, spend some of this runic power, spend some more runic power, drop D&Ds. We have a Seer coming through. We're switching to the Seer immediately. We're going to make sure that our big plague is on him. I'm going to anti-magic shell here. We're sending as much damage as possible into the Seer. That is our priority right now. Trying to avoid these swirlies right now. We're going to have mana batteries popping up here. I'm going to ping danger onto the mana batteries. I'm trying to now send damage into the mana batteries. Switching to the new mana batteries. There's more mana batteries. We are able, however, to make that work. I'm going to tell my pet to attack these. Hopefully that moves all of my summons in to hit these. Now I get to experience the pleasure of playing Unholy DK in this dungeon, where your pets just keep running over to those stupid, what are they called? Barrels. Please go next. We don't have to fight 2 mobs at a time. Please. I beg of you. Alrighty. I'm going to send some putrefies here because we're far away from our 45s and our 2 minutes. So I'm going to just send that. We're pulling pretty aggressively. I'm going to put a focus on this core right, and we're going to CC this one. We're standing in some dookie here. We're going to interrupt that. I'm going to try and run through to not get hit by that. We're going to send all of our cooldowns. Our tank is dipping a little bit low because of those Shadow Guard defenders. They are pretty scary for tanks. I'm going to try and do prio damage here onto this Seer to make sure that it dies very quickly. I don't know. Oh, okay. We're trying to avoid swirlies. I understand. Okay. Nice. We managed to take down the Seer during our cooldowns, and we're now going to hopefully not start running in the wrong direction because the tank moved towards here. All right, we're moving next here. Have a veritable horde of things following me. I fail my kick, unfortunately, but I'm able to just grip this over to here. And I have 45 seconds coming in. Oh, okay, we pulled those. I'm going to grip this in. I can't grip it again for another 4 seconds. We're going to send our 45s now and drop D&Ds here. I'm sending kicks in as best I can. I'm going to stun this guy as he starts casting his shit. The other one's going to start casting soon, most likely. I'm going to blinding sleep that. Not necessary. I'm going to try not to stand on top of this dude. Okay, so far, so good. Worked out better than I thought. Luckily, the death grips were being sent out so we can group everything up. There's going to be a mana battery. We're going to switch to that immediately. There we go. Keep those sudden dooms being spent. That's a Shadow Guard defender destroyed. And we're ready to go next. We're skipping these 2 Flux Engineers. I'm kind of cool with that, actually. That works out decently well because it's going to make it so we don't have to deal with more of those mana batteries and big circles that slow you. You can remove those with something that removes slows, but I have no such thing. I can only remove roots, funnily enough. I can't remove slows. We're prioing all of our damage into the Seer here. I kicked one, but I still had to CC the other to make sure that the pulsing AoE from the Arcanist doesn't do anything. And we're ready to go boss. I'm going to start hitting the boss immediately because I want to make use of at least one more necrotic coil there. And we managed to do so. Beautiful. A reflux charge is on me. I'm going to go ahead and clear this right away. I can keep DPSing. It doesn't really bother me because most of my abilities are ranged. The only exceptions are Soul Reaper and Scourge Strike. Or no, sorry, not Scourge Strike, Festering Strike. That's what I wanted to say. All right, we get another 2 clear. I'm going to try and drop these off. They seem to be centered on me, so I'm trying to drop them off over to the side here so we don't bother anyone. We clear 1 beam. We're probably going to get more beams here. I think this can work out, but people need to be careful about where the circle knocks them away to. I would love for this to land here. We need to stand over here, and we seem to be okay. Nice. We managed to live that. I should have anti-magic shelled here. That's kind of a bad thing for me to have not used it, but I'll get over it, as will the healer. We managed to free ourselves a little bit, and hopefully the next person can clear here. I'm gonna ping that, but whatever, we'll make it work. I'm dropping D&Ds here. I really shouldn't have, but hopefully I can get some value out of them. I'm gonna keep pinging where people should clear because I feel like people are being lazy with their clears. We're moving over into the safe area now so we don't get cut off and put behind all of that nonsense. I'm going to use an AMS here, although it doesn't matter as much because the boss is just about dead. I'm going to AMS before this lands, but I don't even have to. I can save my AMS for next pull where we might be taking some magic damage, which is good. Okay, clean run so far. So I'm going to have to wait 30 seconds until I can really send cooldowns into this next pull. And I don't know if at that point it'll be worth sending cooldowns. We will have to see. I'm going to put a focus up here. I'm just gonna, okay, we are pulling that. Okay, cool. I'm going to kick this 15 seconds until my cooldowns are up. There is 0 sense in me sending my 45s here. I'm just going to wait for my full set of cooldowns. In the meantime, I'm going to try and keep busy by I don't know, gripping these in. I'll drop a D&D. Now I can send my cooldowns. I'm going to go ahead and do so. It's going to be mostly priority damage here. We're going to focus on killing the Null Sentinel as quickly as possible. I'm going to send those Putrefies, get that Festering Scythe back up. I'm not going to get anywhere near as much value as the other people that had cooldowns at the start of this, but it's okay. Null Sentinel is being dragged next. I'm going to go ahead and continue trying to murderize it. We're dragging 2 Null Sentinels here. I'm kind of okay with that. This kind of works out. I sent the 2 stacks of Putrefy here and a D&D. And I feel like that kind of works out. I don't know. I feel like there are certain situations where you can send. Like, I'm going to send my 45s here because you send 45s on cooldown. There's going to be a smudge. We're going to focus on killing that smudge. It should not take too long to do. And then we can move next. We're skipping a lot of shit, buddy. I don't think you're going to have count. But we'll figure it out. We will figure it out. We're grabbing the Dread Flail too. I'm going to walk up here just to activate the RP. And I'm going to kick this. Shaman has the same idea. Awkward again with my cooldown timings here, but we'll make it work. 10 seconds until I can send my cooldowns. Try and get a Festering Scythe reset. Not a reset, but reapplication. I'm really annoyed. I really don't want to. I'm going to send 45s here and act like that was my whole thing. We're going to grip this back. We're going to drop a D&D. I'm going to send 45s, like I said, and because I don't want to have to use my 1.5 minute cooldowns to do cleanup crew. Like, after all the mobs are dead and everything. We're going to grip this over. We do not want those reaching the thing and transferring their HP. I'm going to go ahead and stun that Hollow Soul Scrounger because it was giving the Dread Flail a giant shield. Okay. And now we're ready to move on. Kind of awkward use of cooldowns here, but like, I'm really frustrated about the timing of my cooldowns, so I'm just going to try and reset so that the start percent really low, bud. I'm just going to say percent really low, bud. I don't know how it's going to work, but I'm sure we can just go back and kill stuff after stuff ends. We're going to blind that because I don't want it to kill someone. That would be good if we could prevent that. Somebody follows up with a kick. That's wonderful. Let's get that Festering Scythe up. Should be focusing the nullifiers here. That is my bad. I wasn't really thinking about it. And there we go. Tank is now going, and what are we doing? Okay, he's not going back to pull more. He is just okay. I'm going to get that debuff from the Entropic Leech. Once I do, I'm going to Shadow Meld. That did not actually work for some reason, so I'm very sad now, but that's okay. I'm just hopefully eventually going to actually get healed here, and that'll work out. I'm sending my 45 seconds here. I'm going to use an anti-magic shell. Maybe I should have used anti-magic shell when he was casting that at me. Would that have just stopped the entire cast? I don't know. I just thought, I know that I can Shadow Meld that. I've Shadow Melded that before. I'm going to go ahead and stun that guy because he's putting a big shield on someone. I'm going to blind now to prevent the other shield, and that's both of them taken care of. Very nice. We have 1.5 minutes we can send here. I am genuinely scared of sending those 1.5 minutes. Yes, I'm just gonna ping danger on this. Oh my god. I don't have shadow meld. Oh boy. You know what? Let's send cooldowns. I don't care anymore. I'm gonna anti-magic shell the dread bellow, and I'm just gonna full pad. I don't care about prio damage. I don't care about anything. I don't have blinding sleet. I'm not gonna bother single target stunning that guy. I'm gonna send our putrefies in. And I think the tank is going to want to pull more stuff now. There, I got you. I got you a present, tank. I got you a present. Are we going boss now? We are going boss now. Okay, I'm holding everything. I'm not gonna have cooldowns for the damage. I'm so fucking tilted, bro. I don't know. This is weird. I'm gonna anti-magic shell this. I really want to kick that so it doesn't bother us anymore. I'm gonna stun the dread flail here. And I have like no damage to send into this because if I send, like, I'm just useless this pull. I am so useless. Okay. We're just gonna send late, and that's gonna be that because this is dying so fast thanks to the elemental shaman popping off with the lust and everything. So I may as well send now when it's late. I'm so annoyed, man. I don't know. This was so awkward in so many ways. I think I don't get anti-magic shell for this, but I could just keep DPSing boss and that'll be fine. Boss is dead. I'm probably gonna lose that dot. I don't lose the dot, but I have such a big shield on me that it doesn't even matter. I don't know, man. I feel like absolute garbage right now because I didn't get to do any damage during that damage amp. The shaman said he got clipped by the disorientate that he was holding forever. I said key too low because we can things just never worked out for me. Okay, we're dragging this all the way down. This is gonna be a little bit awkward, but we'll make it work. I'm gonna look for a kick on this guy when I can. Okay, I'll kick fucking nothing because I kicked whatever, man. I'm sending cooldowns. I don't give a shit. I'm sending cooldowns. I'm pressing cooldown on cooldown and I don't really care anymore. We have a healer that's disoriented. I'm going to go ahead and use a defensive here. I'm going to use a potion, trying to just live. I'm trying to kill the light rot as quickly as possible, so I'm prio damaging it. 0 purges or dispel magics have gone out to nullify those bats exploding and healing everything, but it doesn't matter because it's a 12 and we have infinite damage. We just don't have it at the right time. Everyone's complaining about the cooldown timings because the key is too low. That's a good problem to have. This thing's rooted, so I can't grip it. Now I can grip it. All right. And I have 45 seconds coming up. We're going to go ahead and kick that. I failed my kick here. It doesn't matter. And drop those 2 putrefies. That's going to be my damage for this pull. Unfortunate. Nobody purges. Nobody cares. We're pulling absolutely everything here, which is really, really not good. I'm going to try and grip this guy over. Keep things grouped, but this, like, we really need to kill that because we're about to get a whole bunch of these debuffs, and the healer is luckily a priest, so maybe he can mask the spell, but very awkward indeed. I have my cooldowns coming up. I'm gonna go ahead and send them because if I hold again, I'm going to explode. Everything dies too quick, bro. Like, my cooldowns are too strong. Next time I make a video on this character, I'm doing 17s. I don't care. I'm going to now probably spend time streaming, and I'm going to Goomba Stomp the rest of this, like the rest of this key range, and I'm going to just move on to 17s in the next key, in the next video, because there's no point in me showing you myself getting frustrated because everything dies too fast. It just feels bad, man. I don't know. It's not fun. It's not entertaining. So I used some putrefies here, and I used a D&D because I'm not going to get multiple targets anymore. I'm sending my 45 seconds, and I had 2 putrefies to send into it, so that kind of worked out. We're immediately moving on to boss. Our DK gets punched in the face, but luckily doesn't get tank busted, so our healer doesn't have to worry about that. At least not this time. He did get tank busted earlier because he just slammed the mobs right away. I'm just going to stack on my friend here. We can stack, buddy. We can stack. It doesn't do anything. It's not a big issue. And to those people saying, oh, they're stacked, how am I supposed to stack them? You use your fucking brain. I don't know what to tell you, bro. It's easy. Just click the nameplate and target the one that's bald and kick it. I don't know what to tell you. And we have all of our cooldowns coming up, full energies in 15 seconds. We can get our damage out in 15 seconds. Let's send it. Let's send it. Double D&D because f it, I just feel like it. Please don't move it out of the D&D. I would really, f it, whatever. Wasted 2 globals doing D&D. Doesn't matter. We still slam. I'm going to use our Festering Strike here. D&D, or not D&D, but Dark Transformation is running out here, but we got most of our damage out. Let's see. I'm looking for the one that has no horns. The one that is not horny. All of these other ones seem to be horny, but this one was not. This one isn't horny at all. We have 45-second cooldowns coming up here in a moment. I'm just going to drop D&D here to try and generate some more of these. It doesn't matter if we overlap or don't overlap. It makes no difference. we move out of the D&D, but again, I don't really care. I'll drop another one here just to help a little bit with the not rune generation, but putrefy regeneration. We got something out of it, like we got another putrefy during our dark transformation here, so that kind of works out. We're going to use our Soul Reaper here to enhance our damage against this guy. We can just stack, buddy. It really ain't that deep. Just stack. Whatever. We're just about done. Can't we do 1,000,000 damage before he sucks us all in and blows us up? No, we cannot. We're again looking for the one that is not horny. The least horny one of them is the one that is the true Lathraxian. We send one more set of cooldowns and we're done with Nexus-Point Xenas. Okay, that wasn't so bad. That was a nice run. Gonna hit them with the YouTube message and we're going to skedaddle. All right, cool. We got the 2k rating off of that, almost 2.2k rating from the same dungeon, and we got ourselves a mana flux charge, which is really good because we're kind of running out. I don't think I have one right now, and I need to get myth gloves, which we're probably going to try to get in the stream today by running Skyreach. Speaking of which, come check out the stream, man. Is it today? No, that's probably going to be yesterday for you, whatever. I'm trying to record in advance just to have a better sort of cadence to things, but yes, that gives us one charge of the mana flux, so we're no longer out of flux to give, so we can use that on the gloves that we get from Skyreach. Anyway, I stream pretty much every day, so it's safe to say that if you tune into the link in the description, you will be able to find me. But friends, this is pretty much it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, drop a like, make sure you subscribe, because there's more episodes of me trying to reach title on an Unholy DK in Season 1 of Midnight coming. That was a long, weird sentence, but here we are. If you made it to this point of the video, include the word new in your comment, because some of the people in that seat of the Triumvirate were really, really new. Like, really new. And that is perfectly fine. You gotta learn somehow, right? If you do include the word new in your comment, I'll make sure to heart it when I see it. But as always, friends, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye-bye.